So I have a student today who is going to speak a little bit about this space and speak about hopes for what the Innovation Center and the future buildings that we're creating, what they can do for our community. And I think it's really important to hear from our students. So Adarsh Gupta, he will probably explain a little bit about how he got to this spot, but he has a very interesting story about his work on this space. Because he actually came and approached about an opportunity. He said, I'm going to create an internship here at St. Francis, and I want to work with you. All right. And he has his leadership fingerprints all over this place. In the way that it feels, the way that it operates, the life that it has, and many of our students do. And so I think it's really important to hear in his words what you are experiencing with all of our students. And so if you would please join me in welcoming Adarsh.
Well, thank you, Mr. Curtis. Hello, everyone. I'm Adarsh Gupta. I am a student intern here at the St. Francis, as well as a proud Lancer senior. So, as Mr. Curtis said, my journey to the stage has been very interesting. Last year, during March, I was planning out my senior year classes. I had just taken entrepreneurship, and I knew I loved business and tech. But I lacked one thing: real-world industry knowledge. And I thought to myself, what better place to gain it than my own school? So I surprised Mr. Curtis with a unique and open-ended proposition. I wanted to be on the ground floor, immersed in the internal workings of a large organization, just like St. Francis. Now, 10 minutes later, the history's been set, and I'm standing before you today. It feels like only yesterday, for the first time, my tiny 13-year-old self was running through the halls of our 300 building when the teachers told me not to, and performing on the turf right in front of the little theater right over there. These last 3 years have been unusual, to say the least, but for us here at St. Francis, they brought about change and progress. When I returned to campus as a junior, I was greeted with bulldozers, cranes, and trucks, which definitely did not help the morning traffic. But look around. It was worth it. A couple months ago, I was talking with a few parents at open house. They asked me questions from, what classes are you taking? How are college applications? What sports do you play? Simple stuff. And then, the questions turned to the new building. I noticed that all the questions went like, what science classes are going to be there? Now, I love science, and I'm even a part of the Lancer Science Olympiad team, so I could easily answer these questions. But these parents assumed that our Innovation Center was just a science building, that it would just have science classes and labs, that innovation was just a fancy name for science. There's a saying by the former president of India, Abdul Kalam. I would like to recite it to you in Hindi, along with its translation. Sapne wo nahi hain, jo aap to neend mein dekhen. Dreams are not what you see in your sleep. Sapne wo hai, jo aapko neend nahi aaye hai. Dreams are those that do not let you sleep at all. We have a dream here at St. Francis. We dream of creating opportunities for all. We dream of innovation stemming from imagination. We dream of connections across ages, industry, and background. We dream of unity with diversity. When Mr. Curtis first told me that he didn't know everything that's going to be in this building, I looked at him funny. I was like, how can the president of a school not know what will be happening in a building costing millions of dollars? But he told me that the school's vision was for students, teachers, parents, industry professionals, and literally the entire community to build their own environment right here in our Innovation Center. Our dream seems far-fetched, but so is creating a space like this. So I say, let's dream even further. While I still look at it funny, I am slowly understanding our vision. When I asked for an immersive learning experience as an intern, St. Francis was quick to make that possible. I began working on various projects, from event planning to social media to website design, each building new skills with guidance from faculty members. But besides mentorship, they also allowed me freedom to stir my learning. Freedom? In education? That's not typical now, is it? Well, our new Innovation Center opens the doors to a whole world of possibilities. Possibilities of guidance from leaders and thinkers like yourselves. Possibilities for students to turn ideas into reality. Possibilities that none of us have even imagined yet. The Innovation Center launched our school into a new age with a shared mindset of curiosity, creativity, and collaboration, where dreaming is the norm, not the exception. As the co-president of the South Asian Student Association, I work towards immersing our school in South Asian culture. But what does an affinity group have to do with the Innovation Center, you may ask? How does diversity play a part where there are labs? Well, when students were asked this question, they dreamt up ways to make it possible. During the Innovation Center's opening weeks, which you may have seen on the walls around us, we had students making traditional foods and sharing significance of cultural artwork. And that was in our labs, in our welcoming centers, and even in the halls. I can imagine bold conversations on ethnicity or international events showcases taking over spaces throughout the center. Or we'll have opportunities beyond our current imagination. That is dreaming. So when you look around, see past just another school building. Imagine this as a new emblem of St. Francis, a school that educates students to be leaders, change makers, and community members. An organization that is open to new forms of learning, advancing robotics and programming teams, while introducing novel activities like VR learning or esports, video games. That is dreaming. While my time as a student at St. Francis is coming to a close this May, my time as a Lancer will never end. That's the fantastic thing about being an alum. We're always a part of the Lancer community. Regardless of whether you are an alum, a past parent, community leader, or retired educator. Here at St. Francis, we all have a purpose and a home. And like in any home, we need your help. We need visionaries such as yourself to guide us in this revolutionary time. St. Francis welcomes you to our home, and I'm excited to witness what we will all dream and achieve together. Thank you, and go Lancers.
So today I said that we had 6 decades of school leadership at St. Francis. We probably have about 9 decades of school leaders. They just don't know that they're going to be leading the school for the next 30 years. And we kind of laughed about that today, but it's actually true. I mean, in all likelihood, the next generations of educators and leaders of the school were in that gym today and are speaking to us. And so it's really exciting to hear about what the vision for the school is from them. And so if we can please give Adarsh another round of applause.